Hi, everyone. Holly and Amaya here from Story Imprinting. I'm here with my co-founder, Anne-Marie Hoftailing. Hello, Anne-Marie.
Hello, my friend. How
Hello,
are you?
hello. At Story Imprinting, just in case this is your first time here, we teach great companies and great people the art and science of storytelling. And this morning we had a meeting of Verdant, which is our professional development cohort that runs from January through December. And this month's topic, we were talking a lot about branding, personal branding and marketing, which is very much an inside job as well as external in all of the ways. And it was a great session. And something that came up then that I want to talk to you about now is this idea of what you call, and I love this, visibility shame, right? Like people don't want to be seen. They don't want to put themselves out there. What is going on with that? Tell me about it.
I think people want to be seen, but they're afraid. I think
Mhm.
they're afraid they're going to do it wrong. They're afraid they're going to be judged. They're afraid that somehow there's a right and a wrong way to do this. They're afraid that they're going to be posting too much and people might think they're, showing off or who knows. But it comes from a real place, however you grew up, there might be a notion that like you must be humble and you have
Yeah.
to, and your job is not to shine too brightly or whatever it is. But we are in a world that is, particularly now, really the only way we can make contact or connect is digitally.
Right.
And if we don't sort of show up, if we aren't expressing ourselves, we're effectively silent and invisible.
Right. So how do people start, I mean, and if this is you, we want to know about it. You can send us a private message, an email, whatever, but we know that you're out there. I mean, I have struggled with this in the past, particularly when I was working as a lawyer, not wanting to like stand out too much, not wanting to like look different than the rest of the pack or show up in a different way, whether that was physically, ditching a black suit, which is like the de facto lawyer uniform, or showing up in other more visible ways. I mean, what are some basic things that people can start doing right now to sort of rise up to meet that and start changing that?
I mean, I think really simple things you can do is just be more visible online in
Yeah.
terms of if you're not ready to create original content, start sharing other people's content. That also tells us who you are. It tells
Right.
us what matters to you. It tells us who you value. It tells us what you think is interesting and important. Start there. It doesn't, if you're not ready to start using your own voice, you can absolutely start sharing other people's sharing other people's content and commenting on their content. And that in and of itself will begin the really baby steps for you to start becoming more visible and more engaged. Think of LinkedIn as a 24-hour cocktail party. And are you holding up the wall just watching everybody, like occasionally liking
Right.
something? Nobody sees you. We don't know you're liking it.
Or like, awesome post, amazing. I mean, I sometimes will comment one word, comments on close friends LinkedIn posts, but that is also not necessarily engagement, right? I mean, I think that there, to your point, there are definitely baby steps. You got to like start somewhere, but once you start engaging a little bit more with these online platforms, to your point, share a news article. All you have to do is drop the link in to like a LinkedIn post, and it will automatically populate for you, the photo and the headline, and they'll make it clickable. And just say, I found this to be really interesting for these 3 reasons. And that's all you have to do, right? But it feels, I mean, I think for some people who are watching, they may say like, this is one more thing that I have to do on the internet in this never-ending, year of internet engagement. So what do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean,
You're like, it is.
response is yes, you do. And you're not going to conferences and you're not going to
Right.
networking events and you're not going to lunches or happy hours or anything. So yes, you do.
Right.
You cannot be seen any other way. And I
Right.
think to sort of just act like we're going to wait until everything's changed and then I'll do something, I don't think it's smart. I think that
Right.
you have to find a way to do it in your voice and your tone and your style.
What about, so just to sort of round this out, that's, very much geared toward an external audience, but what about those of us who might have some visibility, shame, or anxiety internally within our organization? What are some practical tips to sort of address that within your organization?
Yeah, I think this comes up a lot for people who might be junior, for people
Yeah,
who might just be, and frankly, even for people who might just be introverts and not
right,
feel like they want to do that. But the truth of the matter is, if you are not articulating sort of your expertise inside of an organization, the odds are pretty good that people have no idea how
right,
capable, competent you are, what you're working on. Think about it in like a reframing can really help. How can I serve and support others?
right,
You can do that by articulating how you can serve and support others
right,
and letting them know, whether that's an internal webinar or training that you do that, yes, might serve you in terms of helping you get business development or elevating you or whatever it is. But I think what's really important is that you want to be of service to others. I don't think of business development or branding as coercing or manipulating people.
right.
I think about it in terms of how can I be of service to someone? How can I educate, elevate, or advocate for someone? And I know some things about some things. So that's a way I can do that. And I think when you think of it not as sort of trying to show off, but trying to serve others, it will feel better internally and the
Yeah,
tone will be different. Is
totally. So I love it. How can I serve others, right? What am I, because I think also when we, sometimes we'll say, what are you an expert in? And people say, oh, I'm like not an expert in anything. Like I've been thinking I'm an expert. I mean, I did go to school for like 20 years and then I like have had 20 years, but I mean, I'm not an expert, right? And I think this is a much less charged way to get in, right? How can you be of service? How can you use what you know and your life experience to serve others? So we want to know if this content is resonating with you because we want to be of service to you. So all of these videos that we do on this channel are really in response to real life issues that we're seeing, in the work that we're doing with training or with coaching, or, people just like you who say, hey, I would like to see something about, this issue. So let us know, drop a comment. Please like the video, please subscribe. It helps all the YouTube gods like shine favorably upon us. And be sure to also follow us on LinkedIn where we're always sharing content, writing articles, and we would love to connect with you there. Have a great rest of your day, Anne Marie, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.